Hi, I'm Vicki Nellis and I'm with the Nellis Group. I'm also a 27-year veteran of selling homes here and came here 27 years ago when my husband was in the military. He was in the Navy and we landed at the Pentagon. Scary thought at that point. What were the roads going to be like? What were the houses going to be like? What was the pricing going to be like? This is an exciting place to live. It's one of the few places that you can live where the local news is the national news. National news is the local news. It just kind of all merges together. When I came, I looked at Virginia, Maryland, wondered about DC, and took a look at Maryland and Virginia and decided that Virginia just felt more like home. You may be asking yourself, what can I afford now that I'm coming to Northern Virginia? Well, let me talk to you about outside the Beltway because that's where I chose to live. One of the reasons that I chose outside the Beltway is that I like the school districts, I like the wonderful park system that we have going here, and I love the choice of homes. You're going to have at least 5 different styles of homes to choose from. You're going to have your colonial, which is always the most preferred. After all, this is the Commonwealth and we're very traditional. Then you have contemporaries, then you have split levels, you have split foyers, and you have ramblers. You'll also have townhomes to choose from, anywhere from townhomes without a garage to townhomes that have 2-car garages. For those of you that like horses, you might want to consider Clifton. That's the closest that we have to our horse country here. There's lots of stables that you'll be able to choose from in Clifton, and there's also a neat little city, Clifton itself, where, claim to fame for Clifton, there's actually a wonderful restaurant there called Heart and Hand that Nancy Reagan used to love to come to lunch at, and some of the other presidents' wives have also come there. You'll find some acreage in Clifton and in Fairfax Station. You're going to find 2 to 5 acres. As a matter of fact, if you do have horses and you want to have them on your land, all you have to do is have 2 acres.
When choosing to live in DC or closer into the city inside the Beltway, it's a whole different ballgame. First is it's going to be much smaller. Secondly, it's going to cost a lot more. The advantages you have, though, is transportation, amenities, and a tight-knit community. Whether it's Arlington, Virginia, or even downtown in Georgetown, Capitol Hill, there's various places where you can be right next to the metro, walking distance to coffee shops, to restaurants. Truly, everything's at your fingertips. As you move closer into the city, staying in Virginia, Old Town Alexandria is another area people choose to live. As you walk down King Street towards the water, you'll find quaint shops, restaurants up and down King Street. You'll also notice the historic backdrop. Homes built in the 1750s, 1800s that still exhibit that charm and quaint character from that generation. As you choose to live in DC or closer in Arlington, Alexandria, and Falls Church, you'll notice that it's more prevalent to be in a condo, a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom condo in either a mid-rise or a high-rise. As well, you'll have townhouses. At least in Virginia, they're called townhouses. When you go into the city, they're called row homes. Typically 2 to 3 levels, very much like townhouses that are further out in suburban Virginia. When inside the Beltway or living in the district, transportation is everywhere. Whether Metro bus, Metro rail, even a cab fare, is quick access to all the national monuments. Whether you're going to see the Washington Monument, the Lincoln, or even the Tidal Basin during the Cherry Blossom Festival. Culture and arts are very abundant in Virginia and in DC. Regardless of where you choose to live in the Washington, D.C. metro area, it would be our honor and privilege to take care of you. Thank you again for choosing the Nellis Group as your realtors.